I learned a song in Spanish. But before we talk about that, there's a few things I should address first. If you don't know this about me, here's a fun fact. I do not speak Spanish. I'm not fluent in Spanish. I understand some Spanish. My father is Mexican. He speaks 100% fluent Spanish, but I never learned as a kid. And to be completely honest, I never found much of a reason to want to learn Spanish. But I will say this, I somehow have some kind of skill where I can repeat almost anything I hear. I can copy just about any accent I hear. I can pronounce probably any word in Spanish. So if you showed me a Spanish word on a piece of paper, I would more than likely be able to read it perfectly. I'll probably know how to say it, but I probably won't know what it means. And I think the only reason I'm able to do that is because anytime I've ever seen words in Spanish, I've always read them out loud. Even if I wasn't pronouncing them correctly, I would just read them out loud. I think I was just doing it to be funny, but one day I read a Spanish word out loud and somebody was like, hey, that sounded pretty good. And after a while of continuously doing that, I started to notice how certain words in Spanish were pronounced. And on top of that, I've been around plenty of people who speak Spanish, so I've listened to people speak Spanish for a good while now. And if you listen to anything for long enough, you'll start to notice things. It doesn't mean you'll understand everything or be able to speak that language fluently, but again, if you put words in front of my face, I'll more than likely be able to read it. So I had an idea. Hear me out. I'm always creating these English classes on how to sing this song in English. And I wonder sometimes, do these even work? If I created this same type of video, but I taught myself a song in Spanish instead of English, would I be able to learn that song? Would I learn Spanish from following my own video? So I did an experiment. I chose a song in Spanish that I've heard before. The song is called Como la Flor by Selena. Now, the reason I chose that song is because I watched the movie Selena 100 times when I was a kid. So that song is still fresh in my head. The melody, the rhythm, I know the harmony of that song. And that right there is one of the most important parts of learning any song. So what I did was I played the song a couple of times and tried to memorize the harmony by heart. You have to memorize the harmony first in order to be able to sing along with actual words. Once I had that part figured out, all I had to do was replace the harmony with actual words. So then I took a piece of paper and I wrote down all of the lyrics. And after that, I had to create a class in the same exact format that I create for you guys. And of course, after I finished creating the class, sin embargo, te deseo lo mejor, I watched the class. Tienes un nuevo amor. I watched myself and tried to follow along with myself, which was pretty weird. So let's start from the beginning and say the entire part together. Yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor. Sin embargo, te deseo lo mejor. Easy. I like this guy. Subscribe. It sounded pretty terrible. My pronunciation of all the Spanish words were not perfect, but that doesn't matter. I'm not a Spanish speaker. Of course, my pronunciation of all the Spanish words is not going to be perfect. But I was having fun and I was learning something new, which is what I'm always trying to preach to you. Right now, all you should be focused on is having fun and trying to follow along the best you can with the words. Now, in my classes, when I teach songs in English, usually I always put Spanish subtitles underneath the English subtitles so you can know what you're singing. But what I noticed was that when I was trying to focus on the Spanish subtitles, I kept focusing more on the English subtitles underneath it. It was just getting in the way. And some people do comment under those videos and say things like, hey, I don't want Spanish subtitles, which is something I completely understand. So what I'm gonna start doing from now on is putting the Spanish subtitles in the description of the video. But when I was learning this song, I did wanna know what it meant in English, so I just went on Google, I typed in Como la Flor lyrics in English. I found the lyrics and then I read over them a couple of times, and then I went straight back to reading Spanish only. Now, my first goal was to be able to sing along to this song while reading the lyrics. And after I watched the class about 2 times, I was able to do that. That's easy though. I'm just reading along with the lyrics. But the reason I believe it was easy to read along to is because I knew the harmony and the melody, the rhythm of this song before I even started reading the lyrics. Anyways, here's a video of me singing along to the song while reading the lyrics. Si en mí no encontraste felicidad, tal vez alguien más te la dará. Como la flor, con tanto amor, me diste tú, se marchito, me marchó, yo sé perder, pero not bad. But like I said, that's easy. Anybody can do that. My second goal was to be able to sing along to this song without reading the lyrics, which meant I would have to memorize all of the words. And to me, memorizing song lyrics is no different than memorizing a study guide for a test at school. So I started memorizing line by line, and thankfully, this isn't a hard song to learn, which is a great starting point for anybody who's trying to learn a new language. You should be trying to learn easy songs first, and then work your way up. Anyways, long story short, after spending about 30 minutes to an hour singing this song over and over and over to myself, I did it. I memorized the lines. I memorized the lyrics to the first verse and the chorus. And here are the results. Yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor. Sin embargo, te deseo lo mejor. Si en mí no encontraste felicidad, tal vez alguien más te la dará. Como la flor, con tanto amor, me diste tú, se marchito, me marchó, yo sé perder, pero ay, como me duele. Ay, como me duele. Now listen, that right there is just the first verse and the first chorus. So of course, if I want to learn the entire song, it's going to take me longer than 30 minutes to an hour. But this is just to show you that it's possible. It's doable. I did it. And I did it by watching my class and writing the lyrics down and actually practicing. If I would have watched the class one time and that was it, I wouldn't have learned the song. I had to spend time actually singing the song out loud. I'm actually really glad I did this though, because I feel like I learned a lot of new stuff that I can start including in my classes when I teach you guys songs in English. And on top of that, I learned some Spanish too, so not a bad day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell, leave a like, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.